Thank you for taking some time to learn about organizing your memories at Forever. Before we get started, you should have at least a Forever free account. So if you don't have a Forever account, then you can accept my invitation, which you will find in the show notes below. You will receive 2 gigabytes of storage to work with and start and try out. And you also get $20 to spend on something in the future. So again, you'll find that invitation in the show notes. So today I'm going to talk about organizing your memories, and it's all about albums and tags. So our main goal is to organize our account in Forever. Now don't get me wrong, having your photos in Forever and not organized is better than to not have them in Forever at all, because at least everything is safe once it's preserved in your account. Well, we all know the box that we can inherit, right? The one like I inherited from my parent. And maybe you haven't received that box yet, but you probably will be receiving one sometime. So let's get in front of the curve while people are still alive and organize that box while everyone is still with us. And that even means you. You are the keeper of your own digital storage box, and your Forever storage is your digital box. Please note that most of the screenshots I'll show you are what you will see when you're logged into your Forever account. The mobile web browser will look slightly different, and the mobile app has an entirely different appearance. We will discuss the mobile app later in the session. So, albums and tags, what's the difference? Albums are used to tell the stories. In other words, the creator can specify the order of the images that make up the album. You can tell the story in the album. You can nest albums inside other albums, and albums are also shareable. Tags are another organizational tool to add information to the stories and the photos. Tags are like virtual storage bins to keep similar items together. Often Forever owners use tags to keep people, places, and events together. And it's a great way if you're trying to find all the photos for a particular person. If you have them tagged by people, then you can find all of the photos for one person with just one click. We will discuss preservation settings and sharing Forever in another session, but a key point to note is that if you start to use the friends and family feature, everyone in your friends and family circle can see your albums unless you mark them private. With Forever, you can create 3 types of albums: public albums, which can be seen by everyone; friends and family, which can be seen by those that you connect with your Forever account; and private albums, which can only be accessed by you. Here's an example of how to organize. You can organize by year, and then under each year have the photos, nested albums, or events that for that year, scanned photo albums, and printed project pages from that year. Most of the albums you see here are friends and family, but there are a handful that are private. There's lots of ways to name your albums, and here's some ideas. So you can have years, like you can have a range of years; people, individual ancestors or family members; groups, sporting groups, dance, drama, church; events, holidays and graduations, birthdays; travel, weddings; personal information, you can store your birth certificates, license, etc. Recipes; household, you can have all of your remodeling photographs before and after. So there is no right or wrong way to do this, and you have to remember, when you invite your friends and family to join your Forever circle, they see all your albums that are friends and family or public, not your private albums and not your library and not your tags. So if that's important to you, think about that when you're creating your albums. So to create an album, simply click on that big green button at the top of your screen that says New Album. You'll then be taken to this page where you can create the album name, select your privacy settings, so whether you want it public, friends and family, or private. Give it a description and tell the story. Give it a date or a date range if you like, and click Create the Album. You will then be presented with an opportunity to add photos to this album. You can add photos by clicking on the big green button that says Upload, and this will allow you to upload directly into this album. Or you can click Add Files to add files that maybe are already in your Forever account. You can also create albums within albums. We refer to this as nested albums. So in addition to a year's album, you could have albums that are about specific subjects or events that are nested albums within the year. Here is an example of my friend's account. She organizes by year and then family lineage. Here's another example of a friend's account and how she organized an album for her daughter's wedding. Here's an example of a memorial tribute album profiling someone's life and the story they want to leave for the world. I'll be putting a link to this album in the show notes. Again, no right or wrong way, just get started today. Now, if someone shares an album with you, or once you have visited a shared album in Forever, Forever will remember where you have been. Simply click on the shared album I've visited, and the shared album you visited will live in this folder for good. But if there is an album in this folder that you don't want to see anymore, simply click on the drop down in the top right of the album, select Remove, and that album will be removed from this folder. Additionally, shared albums can be deleted or turned private by the person who made them. They can turn the link off, and then the album will no longer be visible to the people it was originally shared with. We will talk about sharing next time, so be sure to watch for that video. Now let's talk about tags. Here's an example of a photo with many tags. This photo is tagged with all the names of the 6 people in the photo, as well as the day of the event, Easter. It's a 3 megabyte file, but in Forever it takes up only 3 megabytes. What I'm saying is that if I had the same file organized on my computer, it would take up about 7 times that amount of space. Plus, it's not easily shareable in that way. You can see in this screenshot, I have the ability to share this photo as well as many other options, which we will cover in another session. If you click on the photo and are viewing it in a lightbox like I am here, you can add a tag on the right-hand side by clicking Add Tag at the bottom of the screen. When you begin typing your tag name, all the tags you've already created will be displayed based on the letters you're typing. If you see the tag you want, select it. If it doesn't exist, complete the word and hit Save. Tags, just like albums, can be organized however makes sense to you. Sometimes albums and tags can be temporary. They can simply be set up so you can share a grouping of photos with a friend, and then once you've had them, they have them, delete the tag or the album. Sometimes the tags are meant to be kept for a long time. If I tag all my family members, and sometimes I tag family groups. You might take a trip to Disneyland every year, or you might always take a vacation at the lake. You may want to set up a tag for that special event that will last for the future. Holidays, decorating ideas, even photos of a certain color for creating a project later. There are endless opportunities. If you want to be able to pull up a photo quickly, make a tag for that. To create a tag from your tag screen, shown here, simply click on the big green button, New Tag. Enter the name and click Create New Tag. Let's go back to the library for just a moment. A cool feature in Forever is to select that filter drop down in your library. Select the option neither tagged nor in an album. This will show you exactly what you need to do to get working with your organizing. Here's a group of photos from a trip to the mountains in January 2021. Those go into the album called 2021, or you might create a tag called Trip in the Snow. If you have a group of photos that you want to organize all at once, you can select the first photo by clicking on the gray circle on the right top side of the photo. Hold the Shift key down and scroll down to the last one in the group and click on the gray circle of that image. You will see the entire group selected. If you want to organize files that are not necessarily all next to each other, you can click the first photo and hunt through all of your photos, selecting each individual one. When you have selected all the files that you want, you will see some options at the top of the screen. You can add to albums or add to tags. If you click Add to the album, you will select the album of your choice, or you can create a new album. If you add tags, begin to type the name of the tags, hit Add Tags, and this will add the group of photos to that tag. Add to either albums or tags. You have the photos selected, you pop them into that album or tag, and bam, you're done. The goal is to have everything in an album or a tag. The last thing I want to show you is the bulk organizer. This tool allows you to organize multiple files at once, including their albums, tags, names, descriptions, and date taken. The information you save will overwrite any existing information in each of the selected fields. Fields left blank will not change. Forever helps make organizing easy. The great news about all of your work is that this was all done on your computer, which is what I've shown you today, or you can do it from your phone. And you have all this organization with you while you're on the go, and you can see all of your photos, your entire legacy, right in the palm of your hand. And now that we've learned about organization, you should be able to find any photo in your account in less than 3 minutes. Isn't that fantastic? Important thing to note, don't uninstall the app. It breaks the memory of what has been uploaded and organized via your mobile device. If you're having an issue with an app, you may want to turn off the device and then restart it. So my challenge for you is make a list of the albums you envision for your Forever account. Make a list of all the tags you envision for your Forever account. Create at least 3 of each and fill with photos. I also encourage you to take the 15 minutes a day challenge and focus on getting your photos uploaded and organized this week. Many of us do this daily or commit to 3 to 5 times per week. You will notice a huge difference when you do. If you wait for that big chunk of time, it just never happens. It never comes. If you do much more than 15 minutes a day, you will eventually say, I don't have time for this. So make the decision to commit to 15 minutes with a hard stop at 20. One final thing, if you want to help others organize their memories, join the fun. Contact me and we can work out how you can join Forever and become an ambassador. This concludes our training on organizing your photos in Forever. Watch for an upcoming class on sharing your memories. I hope you have found this valuable. My name's Thompson-Jennings, and I call myself the Family History Hound.